Most jumping right in. Jumping right in. Jumping right in. Need to set something. Need to do something. Da da da. What order do I do things in? Right, I go to YouTube to be like, hey, I'm streaming. Look at that. And I go to share, copy the link, and I throw it.
Welcome to the inner workings of streaming.
Exactly. It's a great, great moment. Share it there. Share it here, I guess. And then go on YouTube and pull up the chat. Oh, Kevin can watch everything. Woo! Yay! What if I can change options while I'm streaming? Maybe I can. Now you shouldn't be able to see anything. Now you should. Now you shouldn't. You know what? We're going to try something. Alright, we're going to try this week, so I don't have to do this. Kevin, type something out. I don't know. I tried the whole chat to speech thing. Maybe that'll be good.
Well, he hasn't typed anything yet, so...
Oh, he just did. Well, that is... I'd apologize, but I'm not a professional, so that's what you signed up for. I'm trying to mess around with comments because my phone is almost dead. What's this gonna look like? Oh! Oh, well, that shortens my screen.
I mean, I'm here, so I can just do the whole comment to speech myself.
You could, yeah. Let's do that! Because I can also view comments, but that's not... Let's try comments to speech again. I just need to turn up the volume. Let's try this for a little bit. Alright. We're trying something new. We're going to try comments to speech. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. If it doesn't, that's fine.
By the way, Josh sounds really quiet.
Oh, that actually works great. I like that. Yeah, Josh, you are quiet according to Kevin. I don't know how to balance things on my end.
And I can't balance things in chat, so...
Okay. So... I have never done a Let's Play. We are going through Spyro, the Reignited Trilogy. We're going to continue on Ripto's Rage, which we are only 27% of the way through in Autumn Plains, which is my favorite season. We're going to continue. To note, I will not be streaming next week due to holidays, and the week after, because I think Christmas is on a Tuesday this year.
Yep.
I will be back the week after.
I don't know, I just turned noise cancelling on, and Josh talking just now sounded normal again.
I don't know what to tell you, Kevin. I wonder if the stream can hear the comments being read into my ear. Because it's the voice of a lady going, This is the comment that somebody has just posted, but it doesn't say their name, so I could just respond to things. So yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, if anyone actually celebrates that. I don't think many people do, but, you know. Music is so
Come
serene.
to find out that like 2.7 million people celebrate Kwanzaa.
Yeah, exactly, and
Oh,
I
yes,
just defended
we
it.
can hear the voiced comments.
Oh, you can? How interesting. Do I care? 2%? Oh, it's just this area. If it's annoying, let me know. And we'll do this democratically. Or a democratical dictatorship. In which you vote on something and voice your opinion and I ignore it like the benevolent leader I am.
Be right back, getting laundry.
Enjoy folding the underwears. I am enjoying this game. But, I don't know. How's it been going, Josh? What have you been up to? Oh, there's a pelican. Survivor Man pelican.
Oh, I've been doing pretty well. I'm currently on a kick of the darker edge of stories. I've been looking into. I'm going to watch after the stream's over. I'm going to watch Watership Down, which I've never seen. So
Watership
that'll be
Down.
interesting.
Yeah, what do you mean by darker edge stories? I'm not familiar with the term.
So do you know what Watership Down is?
I've heard of it. I don't know off the top of my head.
So, Watership Down
Please excuse the
is a
Spyro.
book from
We are currently suffering from a
1970s
land
about
blubber
a group of
infestation.
rabbits.
First they put out
One of the
fires
rabbits
in our
gets a
boilers,
vision
and
that
now
their
they shut
burrow,
down our ship
that the
too.
hills will run red with blood. And he's like, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Oh, is it that dark 80s movie?
Yeah,
That, like, the rabbits are
one with-
dying and, like, being covered in blood. Oh, I've seen video of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
If you could
that.
stoke up the
So-
fires under the boilers, I'm sure
I'm like,
you could make
all right,
your
I'm
way
gonna
to
bite the
ship.
bullet and actually
The
watch
steam
this
from the
movie
boilers will act-
this year. 'Cause I've never seen it. And I was like, okay, might as well.
I'm back.
But then Watership Down led me to Lord of the Flies, which on a like philosophical and just storytelling level, that's a very fascinating book. But it again, dark story. Do you know what Lord of the Flies is?
Well, yeah. I've never read it, but I know what it is.
Yeah. And then I found out about one I'd never heard of before. It's called The Animals of Farthing Woods. And to quote someone who was reviewing it, this series makes George R.R. Martin blush for not having enough death in his books.
That's very interesting. So, there are many things I've noticed upon looking at our current situation. Number one, by the way, welcome back, Kevin. Number one, there's a floating orb with an all face. There's a small hopping clam. And there's a firefighter snail who, like, eats some of the juice that he has and then burps, like right here. I don't know, it's a lot to take in. Oh, you are not a happy boy. Although I don't know what you're doing. Ow.
He doesn't do anything. You just
Oh.
don't run into him. He's a bonus thing for the level if you want to get all the gems.
Oh, okay.
You gotta find a way of destroying him.
Okay. I think I just found it, but that's beside the point. So... I wonder if I do this. It's good. I have realized, I have been, I can just aim it. I have recently been looking up, like, I realized the other day that I have read a good amount of gothic horror literature, like the absolute classics, and it was just
Jane
I think
Eyre and Wuthering Heights. And...
okay, maybe I haven't read as much as I thought I did, but like a good
Invisible
intro
Man
amount.
and Frankenstein and
I've
Dracula
read a bit of Frankenstein, Dracula. I read what's it called? Portrait of Dorian Gray.
Right.
I need to read Invisible Man. I think that's the next one I'm going to go to once I'm done with Zane Grey and his.
It's a short story, so you'll get through it. I got through it in under 4 hours. So that was just reading it.
Just clip through the cliff there. Anyway. Yeah, the audiobook takes a little longer. It's not like... It's 11 hours long. It's not like, you know, Count of Monte Cristo, the whopping 52-hour epic that thing was.
53 hours.
Yeah. It was quite an adventure that I enjoyed. But what an adventure it was.
I mean, the book, you know, like the main part of the book takes place over the course of a year, and of a summer. Like the whole, like his whole revenge plan. That's 3 months, and you could like listen to the book on tape in that amount of time.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite a lot. Is the way that I like to put it. It is a very very long book, very good book. How did I do this right the first time?
You activated one of the pelicans. What are they called? One of their machines by lighting a fire underneath the boiler, which raised the water level.
Okay, so I haven't done that yet. Ah, right here. Right. All right. Cool.
Don't
Like,
ask
I
me
did-
how lighting a boiler raises the water level. You'd think it'd have the opposite effect.
Yeah, exactly. Now we have a boiler over lava. Guess we know what they're boiling, but I smell a side quest. I don't smell one, I see one. What's up?
Those landlubbers have littered these metal spike mines all over the harbor. If you can clear them out, I'll give you this orb I found in a clam yesterday.
Okay. How do I get out? Alright. So I have been getting a very big hi. Okay. Oh, that doesn't work. Or maybe I need to light this boiler. There we go. I've been getting into Bloodborne again, which has been fun and challenging and frustrating and everything else.
As the Souls games are wont to be.
Yeah. It's really funny. There were a bunch of games that I have acquired over the recent couple months, and it amazes me that the one that I'm playing right now is a game that I have already beaten. Like, I tried to play Black Ops again today, Black Ops 4, and there was an update required that I didn't have storage
Mushroom
for.
Heart Hide.
Did not catch that at all.
Bloodborne cart height.
Exactly. I know, Bloodborne cart. I want it. It's become such a meme at this point, I'm surprised a modder hasn't got a hold of something like that. But, it's like... I have the physical copy, and the entire disc is like there's like 64 gigabytes it takes up, and that's the physical copy. Like, I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey as a digital copy, and it only takes up 52. I'm like, that's a ridiculous amount of storage space. I mean, do you have this issue with it?
I mean, yeah.
Ooh, that was close.
But all I really have to do is take something small out, and then it'll be like, oh, now I have enough space. And then typically all you have to do after that is reinstall whatever the heck you want.
My machinery is broken, and the gears I need to repair it are scattered all over the tracks. Can you hop on that trolley up there and collect them for me?
Oh my word. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a trolley level. Holy cow. I am excited. You know it's an older game when there's a trolley level. Oh my word!
Trouble with the trolley.
Not yet. Shush.
There was a trolley level in
You can't shoot the cannon, just so you know.
yeah. There was a ow.
Trouble with the trolley, eh? Well, use the left stick to change lane.
There's a trolley level in Donkey Kong 64 in the Haunted Castle level. And what ends up happening is it is a you have to outrun, as the game describes, the demon within the caves, and it's this large skeletal crocodile.
Sorry,
And then
Josh. I expected him to die earlier.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
You have no
Well,
faith in me,
use the
Kevin.
left-
I beat Dark Souls 3!
No, it's just, so, trouble with the trolley, eh? Is a bit of a meme in the Spyro community, because first time you play through the trolley, and hell, I've played through Ripto's Rage like 3 separate times, and even when I was first doing this, I died a couple times. Like, the trolley is a bane to the Spyro community's existence. And so,
This is
but
one of
the
the
other
most
thing,
notoriously difficult challenges in the game.
yes, like
Yes.
Kevin says. So, the other thing is, in both the remake and the original, the guy saying "trouble with the trolley, eh?" is almost impossible to skip. Like, pretty much nigh impossible, really. Like, you mash the X button, and you'll still at least hear him say "trouble with." And so, trouble with the and in the original, you'd actually hear him go all the way to trolley before you could skip the dialogue and move on and try again.
Trouble.
So the phrase "trouble with the trolley, eh?" is a bit of a meme in the Spyro community.
I can understand this, how this could get frustrating. But, we made it through Ganassi Nork.
So,
Martyr Logarius took at least 50 times to beat. And then
I
Logan...
will give you a bit of advice on this.
Yeah,
So the crane that drops something in your path,
yeah.
If it drops the square box, you jump. If it drops the barrel, shoot it.
Okay. It all makes sense now. It all makes perfect sense.
Makes perfect SNES. Mess.
Ooh, didn't think I could make that jump. Oh, I have to. Oh, wait.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
Well, I don't
I'm
know,
just
Kevin.
gonna-
I remember as a kid, I had far more difficulty with the turtle challenge in the first area of the game with the chef. Like that, I don't know what it was about
Fudge.
that particular challenge, but that one just killed me all the time. It took me forever to beat that one.
Game did I struggle with as a child? Legend of Zelda? No. I don't know. It was probably something. I'll think of it eventually.
The game I never beat as a kid was a game called Shipwrecked. It was a top-down pirate stick shooter.
Oh.
And, except the boat controlled like crap. I have never played a game where a sailboat has been that ice physics on trying to turn the damn thing.
Yeah. There was a game, it was on the Game Boy. I had it on the Game Boy Advance. It was a Star Wars Attack of the Clones game. And it was a game where you played as Anakin Skywalker, you were on Tatooine, you were killing sand people. Controversial? I know it is. But, regardless, it was top-down view of Anakin. And
To each their own. The trolley challenge just has some of the most universal dislike from the Spyro fandom out of any of the challenges in R.
yeah.
We got top down for Anakin.
It's a top-down Anakin on the Game Boy Advance. Except the directional pad goes up, right, left, down. Well, some genius making that game stated that, you know what, instead of doing that, we will go diagonally. So northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. And sometimes you didn't know if you were going to go to the northeast or the northwest by pressing left or up. And it was very confusing. It also did that classic challenge thing where if you played like enemies all used guns because it's Star Wars, which isn't a problem for a Jedi because they can deflect it with their lightsaber, the blasters. However, they would shoot you off screen. So I hope you have the Force or Spidey sense, because you're not gonna know where the bullets are coming from. And then you have to determine, do I need to press left in order to dodge everything, or do I need to go to the right?
There was a Star Wars game I had for the Xbox, the original Xbox. It was called Obi-Wan Jedi Master. Check on that. But I really enjoyed that game. you basically played as young Obi-Wan. Okay, it was just Star Wars Obi-Wan. That's all it
That
was
was
called.
great work, Spyro. Now I can start fixing my machine.
And you played as Obi-Wan
Here,
through
I don't have room in my toolbox for this thing anymore.
the Phantom Menace, and it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. It's part of the reason I still have fond memories of the Phantom Menace, because it was just, it really made the Phantom Menace a much better film for me, because when I'd watch the Phantom Menace, like the rolling droids with the shields would show up. I'm like, oh, these guys are so tough, you know, and it's so cool that they can defeat them so easily in the film. I want to get to that position in the game. So I just have really fond memories of the movie because of that game. But unfortunately, I don't own an Xbox anymore, so if I want to get it again, it's like, I'll get an Xbox, and then I gotta get that.
Yeah. If I go back and talk to this guy.
Did either of you play
Please excuse
Star
the mess,
Wars:
Spyro.
The
Yes,
Force
we are
We are
Unleashed?
currently suffering
So
from
Kevin
a
asked,
sand blubber
did I-
infestation.
Yes.
First, they put out the fires in our. If
My
you
brother
could-
and I got it for the Wii. We had the house to ourselves for a week, and we were like, we want a game where we can just, you know, play through it together. It's something neither of us have ever played, and we want it on the Wii, you know, for like some of the silly motion controls. And we're like, well, what do we get? What do we get? And we think about it a bit. We're like looking at a bunch of different games we could get, and then Kevin's like, how about we get The Force Unleashed? And we're like, wait a minute. A technically, you know, PS3, Xbox 360 game for the Wii sounds awesome, but also it's Star Wars, so you know they're going to have some really janky motion control on this thing. So, well, you got it, and honestly, the motion controls were actually pretty fun. We were far more impressed with the game than we expected to be.
I too had the game on the Wii, and there was this one moment I remember from it where I was showing the game to my mom, and I was facing Darth Vader at the very end of the game. By the way, spoilers for Force Unleashed if anyone cares. So
It doesn't affect the current plot line, so it didn't even
yeah,
affect
exactly.
the
Oh, it's not
plot line at
canon
the
now.
time.
Exactly. Yeah.
It wasn't even canon when it came out. Let's be honest.
Oh, but it was cool.
Oh yeah.
So, basically, I fought Vader the first time, and then it's like, face the Emperor, face Darth Vader. You know, you want the light ending or the good ending? So I faced Darth Vader, and I'm like, I'm going to finish him off, and my mom's like, why would you do that? And I'm like, well, he's harder the second time. I proceed to do a combo with the lightsaber, a 50-string combo, just waggling the
shit.
Wii remote around in the figure 8 motion, you know, like you do in those games, and
yeah, like
0
motion
to
controls for the
100
Wii,
him by bugging out his AI, because he just, it was a circular arena too, so he's just being pushed all around this arena and being slaughtered by me, and I'm like, I feel so bad. And then I just kind of like put the Wiimote down and the nunchuck and just stared at the screen. And my mom's like, was that supposed to happen? And I'm like, no. No, it's not. That is my fondest memory from that game. Oh, and getting the second game. And getting to the part where it's like, you can't clone a Jedi? And I'm thinking to myself, why? Why can't you? And like
Midichlorians,
never
man,
understanding why.
midichlorians.
Midichlorians, exactly. I'm like, I don't
That
get
was
it.
my interpretation of the whole you can't clone Jedi, and I was like, oh, it's probably because of the whole midichlorians thing. Like, having so much of them must make cloning an impossible process.
Yeah. Okay, I see where I need to go. I don't know how to get there. Going off the edge is definitely not the answer I'm looking for.
So, you
Here.
wanna be
Oh,
on
here's
the
another
ship.
one. There you go.
Yeah.
That's as terrifying. Wow, these pelicans are prepping to invade this land.
I think my favorite part of Force Unleashed was,
Thanks for getting our
the
ship fired
wacky
up,
Jedi
Spyro.
you got sent out to slaughter.
Yeah!
Um, I'm so glad we got the Wii version, because apparently in the Wii version they actually threw in some extra ones.
Yeah!
And, like, I think specifically that Junkyard Jedi, the one that, like, used the Force with all the in the Junk Planet and made some of the spider leg stuff.
Yeah, they didn't add him in, but they added a bunch of extra stuff.
And
Heston
I just
Paralis.
remember
Yeah.
that particular Jedi, but a lot of the Jedi in the extra Jedi in the game, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's super awesome.
Yeah. For those who haven't played, he basically went nuts. Went to a junk planet and, like, made his own Force robot droid army. Went insane and made, like, puppets of all the Jedi Council members, and that was in the PlayStation, Xbox version. But, like, I love the history between Episode 3 and Episode 4, because it's fun to hear about the Jedi who survived and just what they did.
Oh yeah.
Summer Forest? Isn't that where I was?
Well, well. I bet a rich dragon like you wouldn't mind cashing in a few gems to learn how to climb. You
Finally.
won't
Yeah.
regret it.
So if
Okay.
you
Use
want,
the left
you can
stick
go back
to
to Summer Forest in case there's like stuff in levels that you want to get, or
Spider Dragon does whatever a spider dragon does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's just a dragon. Look out! Here comes Spider Dragon. Yeah. By the way, Spyro, Into the Spider-Verse looks like a really good movie. And apparently Bumblebee is getting really good reviews, so that has piqued my curiosity. And Aquaman
Wow.
looks like a hot mess that I would probably enjoy regardless of my current attitude toward DC, love of movies, and whatever alcohol content my blood may have when I go see it. But
I don't know. Everything I've seen about Aquaman, I've actually like been super interested in. Yeah. I think me and my brother both agree that they might be doing a bit too much with the villains, because they have both Black Manta and Seamaster,
mhm.
and so you might get a the whole issue with what was that last Batman movie in the Nolan trilogy called?
Oh, Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you've got Bane and Catwoman and essentially Ra's al Ghul. We're very hesitant about the whole having Seamaster and Black Manta be the villains, because individually they're both, extremely competent villains for an Aquaman movie. We would have preferred if they saved Black Manta for a sequel. And
Yeah,
started
it's
with the Seamaster.
it's the same
Oh,
problem.
Shipmaster, sorry.
Yeah. If it ends up being a really good movie, it'll be a shame, because it's the same problem that Black Panther had, where both Claw and Killmonger were really good Black Panther villains, and they were both really good for that movie. But, like, now Black Panther is out of his two best villains, and... Yeah, well, he doesn't have a lot of villains to begin with, though. And that just brings up the fact... Oh, go ahead.
Technically, Black Panther, a lot of Black Panther's villains are, since he's a world leader, a lot of Black Panther's villains are the guys like Doctor Doom, oh shit, what's his name? I mean, technically, you could say, oh, who's the Iron Man villain that got butchered in the third movie?
Mandarin.
Yeah, Mandarin. Of course, what my brother wants is the next big Marvel Universe villain to be Fin Fang Foom. And I'm sort of with him on that one.
I don't know who this is. Explain to me. But before you do that, there's a human child.
My brother Handel and I have been sent here to blow up this castle, but Handel got caught by these evil
Wait till you
soldiers
find out her
and I'm
name,
stuck out
her brother's
here.
name.
Greta and Handel. Hansel and Gretel. Greta and yeah.
If you can open the doors that block the way.
Yes. Welcome.
They're humans though.
Yeah. Well, they're Hansel and Gretel.
Well, yes, but they're humans. This raises so many questions. Is this the Sonic the Hedgehog universe? Do you have Do you have an entire human civilization? Oh, you were just ready. Also, we're in Arabia.
Everyone's like, oh, you know,
I
they added
find the
humans
one
into
to see
Sonic. It's
Dr.
weird.
Doom's
I'm like,
lost area invading
Dr.
Black Panther
Eggman,
now.
are you serious? Like, he's human. You can't say that they added humans into Sonic. There were already humans in Sonic.
Yeah. Anyway, Fin Fang Fu Fum, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Fin Fang Foom. He is,
This coconut almost killed me.
I believe he's a Doctor Strange villain originally. He is a mystical dragon from China. That's basically it. He's just, you know, a super badass mystical dragon. There's gotta be more to his stuff, but that's basically all we really want to see. But no, Kevin, my brother and I both, me and my brother were talking about what we would want for the next Black Panther movie, and I've told him several times. I'm like, look, I want to see Doctor Doom basically putting on economic sanctions against Wakanda for Latveria, and because they won't, you know, trade him the vibranium because he wants vibranium to like further one of his plots, and he's like, well, okay, cool, you're not going to trade with me, I'm gonna F you up economically.
The monkeys
I think
have
Doctor
escaped from
Doom.
the Avalar Zoo.
I think
I've
Doctor
been
Doom is
sitting
one
here
of the most
to catch 'em, but they keep
underutilized
throwing
villains
coconuts at me,
in that
and it
sense.
hurts.
In the sense that
Can you help
he's a
me out?
villain, but he also rules a country and all that goes with it, and is actually well beloved by his people.
Yeah, Doctor Doom is the greatest. One of the greatest Marvel villains, and every single time he's been on the movie screen, he has been butchered.
Oh yes.
Okay, so there's an Avalon Zoo, and there are normal animals, and I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this.
Okay, let's.
Oh, I have to. Oh, I get it.
Oh. Great.
All right. Here here is Fin Fang Foom's biography. Fin Fang Foom is first awakened by teenager Chan Liu Chao, whose homeland is under threat from invading forces of communist China. Can't tell if this comic was that he was created in the 1940s.
Yeah.
Liu Chao goads the dragon into chasing him into the communist camp, which Foom destroys, and then back to Fin Fang Foom's tomb, where the creature is returned to sleep via the use of a rare herb. Scientist Dr. Vault locates and mentally controls the dragon for use against Vault's foe, the living Colossus. Fin Fang Foom resists the control and aids the Colossus against an alien invasion, intent on preserving Earth for the alien's own race to conquer at a later for Fin's. So Fin Fang Foom is actually alien, of course.
Of course he is. Why would he not be?
Fin briefly battles the Colossus before being freed from Vault's control and returning to hibernation once again. Fin Fang Foom is again aroused from his... Basically, this guy's just like, shh, piss off, people, I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
He's again roused from his slumber when his body is possessed by the demon An Tanu. Combating a group of occult adventurers, including an older Chan Liu Chao, now a professor, known as the Legion of Night in New York, Tanu is exorcised from Foom's body, and the creature once again returns to hibernation. It is revealed in a flashback that Fin Fang Foom is an alien being from the world of Kakarantara. Oh shit, this is Kakaranathara, also known as Maklu 4. Well, that's easier. Start with that one.
Yeah.
The Maklu star system of the Greater Magellanic Cloud. The aliens arrive on Earth in ancient China, intending to conquer the planet. Using the natural shape-shifting powers to mimic human form, the aliens infiltrate human society to study it before beginning the conquest. The alien navigator is the exception, and acting as a reserve is placed in a tomb in a catatonic state. The Makluan vessel is eventually found by a human who steals 10 sophisticated rings from it and becomes the supervillain Mandarin. The Mandarin is directed to the Valley of the Sleeping Dragon by a man named Chen Su, who is also an alien dragon and captain of the vessel. The Mandarin finds and wakens Fin Fang Foom, using the dragon to threaten the Chinese government. Fin Fang Foom helps the Mandarin take control of 1/3 of China, and is then revealed as an alien of Maklu 4. With Chen Su, whose true form is also revealed, the pair begin to summon their fellows, who had been disguised as humans for centuries. Realizing he has been tricked, the Mandarin joins forces with heroes Iron Man and War Machine to defeat the dragons, the battle ending with their apparent annihilation.
Nice. I just want to comment that this snake looks like he's, like, about to be blackout drunk. But it's like, no, bartender, give me one more drink. I can take it.
Let's see.
One more scotch for the road.
On the rocks.
Don't get drunk, kids. On the rocks. Don't drink, kids.
Although Fin Fang Foom's body is destroyed, the alien spirit survives and bonds itself to a small dragon statue, which was stolen from a curio shop by teenager Billy Wan at Fin Fang Foom's mental learning.
I am the great stone dragon!
Using Wan's body as a conduit for his power, Fin Fang Foom summons thousands of lizards from the sewers beneath New York, merging them with Wan's body to recreate his own form. Iron Man, however, defeats Foom with assistance from the last remnants of Wan's mind. Due to legal complications, the defeated dragon is sent to Monster Isle once again. I think that means legal complications with his publishing, and not like he got taken to court by Iron Man.
I was gonna say, what? I got very confused for a second. I'm like, wait, see, what? Can you imagine a dragon sitting in court? Excuse me, sir, but my client pleads insanity. You are a dragon. That means nothing.
But
Be
yeah,
right back.
we just think that my brother and I just like Fin Fang Foom, to be honest.
Yeah. I think we all have villains and heroes that we would like to see in the MCU. Although at this point, as soon as the Infinity War is done, this next one, which is coming out in April, by the way, which I think is crazy. everyone can just, like, that is associated with that entire entertainment section could probably just retire. It's like, and we have made our mark on cinema. Goodbye.
You can try and follow us up, DC, but good luck.
Yeah, no one's racing to try to... All the shade. You don't even need to write shade. Just watch a bunch of their movies and just be like, why?
I mean, I'm hopeful about Shazam, mostly because
As
Shazam's
long
one
as
of my
we get a
favorite heroes.
non-watered down Daredevil back, I'll be happy.
But I'm also like very
Spyro, you
concerned
make a
about that
great
film.
secret agent. Now Handle and I can complete our mission. By the way, you can have this
I
talisman.
understand their casting
I stole
choice
it when
for
the soldiers
Shazam in
went looking.
particular, but it's very hard to take a guy who's obviously in a foam suit seriously as, you know, a guy who can fight on Superman with Superman toe to toe.
Hey Spyro, we need those flags to prove our secret mission was successful. But the flag keeper keeps stealing them. If you can knock the flag
Okay,
keeper...
I'm back.
My secret decoder ring says that this power-up...
What did I miss?
There's some flag keeper guy that I gotta beat.
Oh, yeah, that's oh, what's it called? Yeah, it's just a side quest. You don't have to beat him, but
Yeah.
all you missed, really, Kevin, is the continued story of Fin Fang Foom.
And someone said something about a watered down Daredevil. I assume it's Nate, or...
Oh. Oh yeah, he's wanting a, he's hoping that the MCU will bring back, Daredevil. And not, and the Netflix version, not, who's playing the current Batman.
I think all those Netflix
I
shows
am
are being
still
moved to...
mildly salty laugh.
Yeah. I still am saying that all of those Netflix series are being moved to the Disney streaming service.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
And I don't think they're going to be made like PG-13 or whatever. I still think they are going to be made the same rating because Disney doesn't tend to shoot itself in the foot too much.
I don't know. I was sort of hoping for a crossover with That's So Raven and Jessica Jones.
Sure. Well, Jessica Jones is still the only one on Netflix, so she might have just been left behind.
My brother will not be happy about that.
I canceled Iron Fist first, which makes sense, because I was like, Iron Fist wasn't doing very well, but I liked the second season. It was alright, but it wasn't
my
like...
brother.
What?
Shit, this season's good.
Yeah.
He was hoping it'd be bad because then he could just tell people to skip it so they wouldn't have to watch the first season.
Oh! Miss Scotland! Oh, Miss Scotland!
Shit, we're here.
Oh! Oh, Miss Scotland! Miss Scottish blood! I don't have Scottish blood, just for everyone to know. Oh!
Hello.
Be all ready for the bad Scottish accent!
Pretty cute for a quadruped. I wish I could
Whoa!
take you on a tour of our temple.
What?
But a bunch of lousy earth
Whoa.
shapers have encased it in stone.
Whoa! You can't say you're pretty cute for a quadruped. Whoa. Racist little fauna, whatever. Well, you are right for a two-legged deer woman with horns. How does that feel? How's that feel, huh? Doesn't feel too good, right? Racist mother. Hi, can I... Oh. Ooh, something's up there.
Thank you for releasing me. There are still some more satyrs trapped in stone.
The satyrs are Greek, kids. Satyrs are Greek. Just so everyone knows, satyrs are Greek. Not Scottish. Just so everyone is clear.
Yes, but gosh dang, they look good in kilts.
I can't argue with that. I mean... Oh, there's a... That shrubbery just charged me. I was not ready. This tree's alive.
The bagpipes
Well, you are
are
in
actually
Fairyland,
more
so-
bearable in the remaster.
Bearable? These are unbearable?
No, the bagpipes are more bearable in the remastered version. I mean, Kevin's got a point. The bagpipes in the original got old. And I like
Drugs
bagpipes.
beats dragons.
Drugs beats dragons? What?
Shrubs.
Shrubs. Oh. I heard drugs, and I'm like, what are we talking about? I'm so confused.
Well, I mean, it's both grass.
Yeah. Aye, this is like the real Scotland with the trees and shrubbery coming out after you.
It's like how they got my friend McDougal.
Oh, good old McDougal.
Not watching while he's tending his sheep. Next thing you know, the sheep are running rampant through the hills, and McDougal, all that's left was his kilt.
Poor McDougal's kilt.
The only thing his wife had to remember him by.
Aye. It appears I might have to kill this small swine to get my Sparky back.
Okay, to be honest, this is the only level where I actually feel remorseful about killing the small critters to get sparks as butterflies. Because when the bagpipe music is playing, they dance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel bad about this.
I like pork way too much, though. Little did they know, the person controlling Spyro this game was a jerk. Ow! Oh! Oh! Oh, that I am not okay with! No! No! I am not going to push them in the lava for them to look down and sadly wave at me. No! No, I refuse, game.
That's
Torching-
where he draws the line.
Torching dap dancing pigs, I will do that any day. I feel no remorse for that. I'll do it again. But no. Seeing a sentient
at
being
least-
like that? No.
At
Not gonna
least
do
the
it.
shrubberies sort of have it coming. They're already, they just like charge you indiscriminately. They're like,
Yeah, like, look at
"Hey,
that guy. He
I
was
don't know anything
asking
about
for
this
it.
guy, but damn it, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna eat him. He's gonna sustain me somehow. I don't know how the physics of my tree form work.
Me neither.
I always love that their eyes remain and they just do a quick double blink before they disappear.
It's like the Looney Tunes logic where, like, the platform they're standing on disappears and they stand there for a little bit and they only fall when they realize that there's nothing underneath them. I have so many mixed feelings about this area. First, there were a bunch of Scottish fawns and bagpipe music and dancing pigs, and it was all cute. And then some fawn was like, "You're pretty cute for a
quadruped.
You're pretty cute for a quadruped." And I'm like, "Whoa, racist!" And then I have to torture the local wildlife.
Now there's only one satyr left to rescue.
See, all
very
that level
conflicted.
really makes me want to do is make a bard that plays the bagpipes, and one of his spells is being able to blow up rocks.
Can I be a bard with the spell Fireball? To be honest, that's the only way I would play a bard.
I don't know, I really liked, I played a bard in Dungeons & Dragons Online who was a vampire. So, all the bard spells that allowed you to, like, take control over enemies, or hold them, and all that, got boosted because as a vampire I gained a +4 bonus to my charisma.
Now that you have rescued all the satyrs in Fracture Hills,
and so I was just basically like this amazingly charismatic vampire who could just play you into submission. It was fun.
Oh,
I'd be walking through the dungeon with a horde of enemies following me.
My friend was locked in this room and lost the key. Do you know how hard it is to find a locksmith at this time of night?
I don't know. Think I do your job because I'm a quadruped? Well, wait. You're someone else.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. This is someone different. That was racist on my part. You know what? I'm gonna admit that. Not all fawn girls look the same.
I mean, yeah. I mean, one of the main characters who's helping you, Alora, is a fawn, and she looks vastly different from these.
Okay. I just want to point this out. It's like, my poor sister, she's trapped in here. She's got nowhere to go. She's in torture. And you, like, walk up to the prison. She, like, waves at you. Hi! And, honey, you can fit through these windows. You can fit through those windows. I don't... Like, comment, subscribe in this video if this confuses you as much as it confuses me. Ah, I see. Oh. No. No.
Yeah, the gap is big enough for both of you to fit.
I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure I just got roasted.
No, there's... I think he means that both you and the fawn that's asking
Oh, right. I thought he was roasting me for being making a racist comment earlier toward the fawn. I was like, dang. Yeah. That game is quiet enough. Oh. Are there any more shrubs for me to kill? There's a temple I need to explore. I'm gonna go explore the temple, and I'm not gonna slaughter these guys quite yet, because I really don't want to see that. This is a track right here. This is definitely a track for... Ow. Not what I expected. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter. I'm not... Hi.
Oh, hi, Dragon Boy. You're probably expecting me to say, "You're my hero. Thanks for saving poor, helpless little me." Sorry, short stuff. I was only in here because I like
See,
the peace
Kevin
and quiet.
mentioned something about
Anyway,
a gap, and
the
we're
other
in a
fawns
section
wanted me
about
to give you this
Scotland,
talisman.
and reminds me of this. This Scottish comedian who's, you know, he asked this very, actually, you know, very good question. He's like, you know how, like, you'll find people with tattoos in, like, Chinese, you know, they'll insist that, you know, it's spiritual, it's spiritual. But actually it's something stupid like caution, or unsafe when wet or something like that. Do you think people in China do that? Some poor Chinese guys walking down the street with English tattooed on his arm. Mind the gap. And I was like, he's got a point.
This ungrateful little fawn dares laugh at my dragon might. When I get older, I am burning this place down. I don't care anymore. You know what? I'm with the Stone Giants. I switch my allegiance. I am now the Stone Giant dictator. Run to the hills. Tonight we feast on lamb. Or
I
goat.
think strictly speaking, yeah, they're goats, not lamb.
Well, the girls are fawns. So they're deer people. But the men are satyrs. I'm sorry, Giant.
If you want to, yes.
They forced my hand. I could not do any. Ow! That's it. Good feelings gone. Nope. You get no sympathy now.
Alright, that's all the guys you need now.
Now I find pigs to burn. Never thought you'd hear that in a Let's Play, did ya?
People will remember that.
The rock people will remember that. Telltale Spyro game. Ha!
Telltale Spyro. I was listening to a comedian. I've been doing a lot of comedian watching lately. And there was this one comedian who's like, I love food. I'm Italian. I love our food. You know what's the greatest thing about Italian food? Is that Italian food has covered up all the messed up stuff we've done in history. Think about it. You know what? Before we were Italians, we were Romans. You know what the Romans did? They killed Jesus. That's pretty messed up. We killed the Son of God. Nobody really just remembers that. You know what else we did? We joined up with Hitler. No one else really remembers that. We partnered up with Hitler to join.
It requires you to go around the entire effing level.
Yep. And so we joined, you know, the Italians, like, they joined Hitler in, like, World War II, and we're like, yeah, let's go to war. It'll be great. And everyone forgets about that because at like Versailles, they were like, Italy, why did you cause World War II? We made, and he goes, we made it the lasagna. And they're like, oh, you are completely forgiven. You are completely forgiven. It's like, the guy's like, you can get away with it. That's what our food has done to us. But did the Germans get away with it? No, we still remember that Nazi stuff. Because they only invented hamburgers and hot dogs.
And sauerkraut.
And sauerkraut. But no, you invent the meatballs, you invent the lasagna, and then everyone forgets everything you've ever done. I'm like, oh my word, I was laughing so hard. I'm like, what?
You also, like, okay. No, continue.
There was also this part where he's like, the awkward thing is what the Nazis just, they weren't a fan of the Jews. Because they got it in their head that, like, the Jews might have killed Jesus. And the Italians were like, don't let them know, don't let them know, don't mind us. Give it on the down low. I see another pig. You've been porked. You might think I'm being overly cruel in this level, but this is the same stream where I got a Tepig in Pokemon Black and White. It was a Fire-type pig Pokemon, and I named him Barbecue. I have no shame. No shame.
I love... Same Scottish comedian I was talking about earlier. He's really good. He was talking about... He was doing a gig...
Dang. Ow. Jerk.
One time, and the hotel room he was staying at didn't really have much, but they did have the Italian Parliament, and it was his first time watching the Italian Parliament, And he found out so much he never knew. Because apparently, Italy has had almost 30 governments since World War II. Because Parliament keeps having fights break out. And he's like, basically what happened in the Parliament, this happened all the time, really. Some guy would get up to question the government. You know, like, what does the government plan to do about investment in education? You need that. And that was sort of the sign for all the members of his party to go. And then, you know, the prime minister stood up. And everyone sort of gets quiet and he's ordering himself and he's like, that's a very good question. What do I plan to do about investment in education? You need that. Oh, I know. Fuck are you?
I have seen that bit before. I think you showed it to me. Then they all start in an argument, and then they all separate and they make a new government.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
You know what, rock giant people? I will slay no more of your kind. You can let your friend out. She is willing to get out. She is happy. She is safe. She is secure. And she can fit herself through the window. Good day, dear fawn! I said good day!
And see, the funny thing is, the dialogue after you break down that door is basically the same dialogue as when you got rid of all the rocks surrounding the temple. The fawn's like, I mean, thank you for breaking down the door, and I understand that you're just trying to be helpful, but there's no trouble. I just want some peace and quiet. I think the moral of the story is, if you live in a land where people perpetually play the bagpipes, several people will always lock themselves away trying to find some peace and quiet.
No, please, rock people! What have I done? Oh. No! Rock people! Do not give in to their oppression! They are forming your minds with music in his entire realm! What have I done? I'm sorry, rock people! The road to hell.
You know, you were helping the oppressors.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Never forget the rock people. Fracture Hills. When I am older, I will return, and I will set the entire land ablaze. And once that happens, the rock people may rule.
Oh, Spyro!
What do you want?
with this door, but I think some orb power might unstick it. Ah, I see.
Not even this beautiful view can fix the hole in my heart. Some floating stones up there.
The other thing about Fracture
The
Hills
souls
is
of the rock people that I have killed. There they are. Floating in heaven.
Flying away.
Flying away. To the great rock in the sky. I think I've milked this joke enough. Alright.
Fracture Hills also contains the second most difficult side quest in the game. You missed him, but if you looked around, you would find that Hunter had unfortunately gotten a huge rock cropping grown over his feet. And he says the line... Oh, I'll wait till this is over.
Oh, they're reenacting Pompeii. Oh, more fawns.
Technically, I believe they're satyrs.
Oh! What? No! No! Guys, he just straight up celebrated his friend dying. This is the oppression they live under.
But anyway, if you had seen Hunter in Fracture Hills, he would have said he would have seen that he's stuck, and he goes, "Stand still," he says. "I'll turn your boots to gold," he says. "Oh, hey, Spyro. Could you help me find that alchemist? He owes me a favor." And you gotta go find the alchemist and then safely bring him back to Hunter so that Hunter can get unstuck from the rocks.
The stupid Earth Shaper set off the volcano.
Oh no, you can't have your party. 'Cause the Earth Shapers, just like the satyrs, always having a party, always disturbing everything. Look at them. Maybe they just wanted some
Because
sleep.
they're evil, they've got devil horns.
So this, yes. I mean, we can't say that because, that'd be the pot calling the kettle black. Because, he's not the only horny one in this area, so,
It's very different because, you know, Pan is the basis of our modern representation of the devil. So, I mean, literally, a satyr has devil horns because our modern interpretation of him is based on the god Pan. So, having dragon horns, very, very different.
yeah. You mean the devil doesn't have horns and wears red tights and carries around a pitchfork? That's not real?
I highly doubt it. Though it would explain why he got kicked out of heaven. I think those red tights would get you kicked out of anywhere.
Yeah. There's a fashion statement gone out of hand.
No, I'm just imagining the angels having a fashion police.
Well, did you hear about that, the legend of the fashion police in Dark Souls 3?
I think so, yeah.
There was an invader who would invade your world, and his name was Dark Souls, or the Fashion Police. And he would look at you, and he would give you a certain gesture about your ensemble, and then drop the appropriate armor pieces to make you match, and when you put them on, he would clap and then return to his world. My goal is to make it through this entire level without killing a single rock person. I will find a way to get around you. There's a snail. Burning my frustrations out.
I see the rock people have sent an assassins to avenge their fallen brethren.
The rock people have sent an assassin to avenge their fallen brethren.
This is a big old assassin. Ah! He's gaining his vengeance! I'm sorry, rock people. It was a misunderstanding. The satyrs made me do it. It was not my fault. I was misled. They said she was captive. But they were the captors, not the captured.
I merely followed orders.
I was misled. That'll hold me up in court.
So will a chair, but I mean, sure, go with the wobbly one.
I deserved it. He's laughing. I thought I was just moving him out of the way. I should have seen the signs. This is for him.
Let us take a moment of silence for our fallen rock brethren.
Moment of silence.
You
I
don't
would
know
play a
how.
mournful song for him. But the only one I know is Amazing Grace. The only mourning funeral song I know is Amazing Grace. On bagpipes! And he's back! I will move you away from your oppressor. Ah! Go free! Go free! The vile satyrs. I will not support their regime no more. You are a murderer! You will hold that ball and chain for the rest of your life until your scrawny legs give way and it kills you out of exhaustion. But I have successfully pushed him away from here. So guess what, tiny satyr? You will be the one who is dead. As he rips this ball and chain from your hands and beats you with it. This stream has been officially demonetized.
Was it ever monetized?
Was it? If it was, I wasn't notified. And you! What are you doing, you sicko? Dude, jackhammer. Actually, he's part of the working class, so he'll be fine. But anyway.
Comrade Spyro.
I thought Bloodburn was dark. I thought you found a way to do this without killing him. I'm genuinely impressed.
For the rock people. Sabores much.
I mean, honestly, that's what this whole thing's been leading to, hasn't it?
Yep.
Down with the oppressive regime. Let the oppressed rise up and take their rightful place.
They call me Rockmonger instead of Killmonger.
Well, if it isn't my best customer, the elevator in the next... It's up.
Take me up there, capitalism.
Spyro Stalin.
Spallin? Spallin?
Styro.
Styro. Styro. Need a World War II propaganda. Put Spyro instead of Stalin. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You may have other streamers, but do they talk about the rock people? No. No one mentions the rock people.
It's a conspiracy. A conspiracy, I tell you.
It's a conspiracy. Coincidence? I think not.
Think not.
Ah. Yeah. Oh. We're playing this game, huh? Oh. Playing this game, huh? Oh. Playing this game? Oh. Playing this game, huh? Oh. Who's up here, huh? Another rock person that I have to murder for your own sick, twisted blood ritual? Oh, I just closed the cap on the volcano.
Thanks for closing the lid on the volcano, Spyro.
I think
Thanks
you
for
will
getting a little water out
genuinely enjoy the ending to this level. I'm very excited to see how you react to it.
I am leaving this accursed land. Farewell, Satyr. I hope to never see your kind again. Except for your working class. They're alright.
I mean, the streamers I watch also don't kill the rock people and help the oppressors sue.
Yes! It has begun! They're killing each other. Like, this level, they straight up killed 2 people! I mean, one guy was responsible for, like, manslaughter. Or no, he wasn't. That was an accident. But he totally didn't even celebrate it.
The second guy, he's like, oh, shit. Get
Straight
rid
up
of the
murder.
evidence and keep dancing.
Just got Kevin's speaker. Or Kevin's stupid picture. I reference to the rock people.
Mod, I speak for the rocks.
My name is Spyro. I speak for the rocks.
I can let you into the little castle over there in exchange. No.
What up, munging bags? Even all this money can't patch the... I forgot I could roll. The hole in my soul from the rock people. They were oppressed, I tell you. They were oppressed! And now... I was responsible. You!
Like me to take you to a world where you can find a new talent? Okay, come find me if you ever need help locating a world where you
The only reason you survive. Did you see that? Did you see that grimace when I approached her? She's disgusted. She too will fall to the rock people. There is no Ripto, only Spyro, only the rock people. Brum bum 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 bum.
To let you enter this speedway free of charge, Spyro. Love to.
You say you want a revolution.
Shun.
Well, you know.
Tonight we dine on lamb. Tonight the Seder party stops.
I mean, yeah.
Again, I was not ready for this.
You didn't do the side quests that helped them get their party hats.
Who's them?
The satyrs. There's a side quest in that level where you help the satyrs get their party hats from the lava lizards and stole them.
Wow. I don't care. They can be party hatless. That'll be the least of their worries. I know there's a certain way to do this, but I don't know what that is. So we're just going around doing whatever. And here, once again, we see a bunch of sea monsters, you know, minding their own business, not doing anything wrong, but then,
I love that it's the sea monsters you feel bad for, and not the random figure, like beefy figures.
Oh, I feel bad for all of these people. Like, what the heck, Spyro? What's up with that, huh? You got a lot of explaining to do.
I think honestly, given that this entire realm is called Icy Speedway, this isn't actually you killing them. This is just a game they keep playing over and over.
I agree. Makes me feel good inside. If only the rock people could enjoy such happiness.
I mean, they can't fly, so it's probably very hard to do this level.
But we could teach them. Maybe there were some really, really bright minds who could have made something so great and fantastic.
Maybe we can give them Hunter's jetpack.
Or whatever that penguin is that I know comes later.
Ah, Sergeant Bird.
Mr. Bird.
He got a jetpack too. Well, yeah, it's a jetpack.
Comment below if you feel bad for the rock people.
Honestly, they'll comment below just because they feel bad we talk about them for so much.
Gosh, these guys need to shut up about the rock people! We say this as I'm literally just capping, like, lizards that are just minding their own business. And figure skaters and... Are we sure these Avalon people are the good guys? Like, I don't know. We haven't seen Ripto do anything particularly evil yet, so I don't know, man. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
Money bags off a cliff.
Oh no, the corrupt businessman gets pushed off a cliff. Certainly the other guy must be the evil.
He stated that he would conquer the entire land, become its ruler.
Yeah, but a lot of people have ambitions. Maybe he wanted to usher in an era of peace. You never know, man.
So, have you recently listened to the song "Why You Gotta Be So Rude"?
I know of it enough to be aware of parodies of it.
So, it was playing at work today, and I realized the lyrics are incorrect for the message it's trying to say. Because the whole thing of the song is this guy's asking a dude for his daughter's hand.
Yeah.
The guy says, you know,
No.
Yes, he says no. And what the song is trying to have him say is, and the dad says, "You'll never get my blessing until the day I die." Right?
Yeah.
Except that isn't what the song says. What the song says is you say, "I'll," as in the singer, "never get the dad's blessing until the day I," the singer again, "die." And I realized this song is super progressive because it's supporting zombie marriage.
There you go, folks. You'll never get the blessing until the day I die. I mean, I was thinking,
Oh.
so you know, the singer is not motivated enough in my eyes. He's like, first of all, in the song, he's way too hung up on the fact that this girl's dad is saying no to him. Second of all, like, the father is like, "I will never give you my blessing as long as I am alive." So, you know, me being the super, like, into traumatic stories or tragedies and tragedies is what I'm saying. Like, into tragedies, I'm like, so murder is the solution.
I mean, in both our interpretations, basically, yes.
I mean, he could be part of a society where it would be totally comprehensible for a willing suitor to challenge the father of a daughter into single combat. If the daughter was willing, of course.
I mean, personally,
Remember,
I like my...
Remember, kids, it's not chauvinistic if both the daughter and the suitor have to kill the father.
But no, I still like my interpretation of the song being pro-undead rights.
Oh, we're going to the shady oasis. Oh boy, this is the rock people underground we've all been looking for.
Unfortunately, no.
Are we going to support not Hansel and Gretel on their terrorist attacks against this random Middle Eastern country? Don't think I didn't miss that. I saw that.
Chauvinistic or chauvinistic?
I was wondering.
Chauvinistic or chauvinistic? Well, I need to see that actually.
Chauvinistic or chauvinistic?
I don't know. I have a professor.
He meant chauvinistic.
Okay, I have a professor who says chauvinistic, so that's what I always say.
Oh no, that is not
What?
what the professor means.
What am I? All right. We have hippos, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe they will join our cause.
Spyro, it's a good thing you're here. I've been trying to get a berry out of this magic
They're
berry bush,
hippogriffs.
but I'm just not strong enough. If you charge or flame the bush, one of those yummy berries.
This is what I always call them. Because they got tiny bat wings.
Huh? This game is confusing me.
What's so confusing? The hippos eat the magic berries, they become super big, and crash through the doorways, allowing you to continue.
Yeah. So there's a peacock you can kill in this level. And I remember watching a video about my favorite historical event that has ever happened on this planet, being the Great Emu War. And the person was like, here's a fun fact time. The British, or the United States, has their bird, and it's a bald eagle. It represents freedom and everything like that. And it is held sacred, and, you know, it's endangered, so you can't kill it in the United States. So, and then it has India. Their national bird is the peacock, because it's beautiful and colorful and represents all of India. And then Australia is like, our national bird is the emu, and it's a pest. Also bloody delicious.
As Australia is wont to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of up there with the fact that Scotland's national flower is a frickin' thistle.
Don't judge a flower! Even their... Never mind. Scotland is not the fawn... The oppressive fawn class. Satyr class.
To quote my Scottish comedian again. It's like Scotland got there the last day of the flower sale for countries. You know, England gets there first, and they're like, we'll have the rose! The rose! It is elegant and chivalrous like the British, haha! So they get the rose. And then the Welsh show up. And the Welsh are like, we'll have a dandelion! A dandelion! You know, it's earthy and down to the ground like the Welsh. Well, they go with it. Then the Irish show up. The Irish are like, we'll have a shamrock. Aye, a shamrock. It's rare and mystical like the Irish. A he, hey, a diddly-dee. And off he disappears into the smoke. Like, where Scotland just gets there at the last minute. They're like, oh, shit, sorry, I'm late. Suddenly I've gone Australian. Oh, I'm late. So what have we got left? Much? What's that purple, shitty, thistly, prickly thing over there? The guy at the counter's like, oh, no, sir, you don't want that. I mean, the thistle? No reason you want that. I mean, we've got a whole bin full of them. We haven't been able to push any. We're just gonna throw them out. Scotland's like, what? 3? Back it up then! I think probably the only people that didn't get there, or got there later than us, was probably the Canadians. What, you don't have anything? Let's have a leaf!
Yeah. I don't even know what America's bird is. Bird. Flower.
Flower?
I know Michigan's state flower, though. Michigan state flower is the orange traffic cone.
I think a lot of states have that too. Oh, bugger this!
Oh, sorry.
Come on, America, you can't be you can't.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. I sneezed. I tried to mute myself in time, but it didn't work.
Yeah, no problem.
Here, take this. It's a gift from all of us.
So I greatly apologize for that.
Alright, let's see. Okay, the national mammal
3 things
is
to store our magical
the bison,
brass lamps.
of course.
Please get the lamps before...
The national floral emblem is the rose. So we've ripped off the British with that.
We took their national flower. We took their national anthem.
We basically took their flag.
Yeah.
Our national tree is the oak tree.
Oh, fitting. It's everywhere.
Yeah, basically. What is the national symbol of Britain?
Britain. The British.
Alright, let's see. Yep, red rose is the sign. Oh, piss off.
What did you discover?
America can't do anything itself. Guess what? Guess what Britain's national tree is?
The oak tree.
The oak tree.
To be fair, we were kind of late to the nation building party. Couldn't have anything local though. We found another continent. I mean, you know.
I mean, hell, I'm sort of with. Well, let's check out Canada. I think I'm betting Canada's got better stuff than we do. Canada's national symbols. Let's see it. Official symbol of Canada.
Welcome to the Fat Justice Channel. We talk from everything from racist regimes in video games, other video games, and also the ridiculousness of certain historical events. Subscribe for more weird history facts.
Alright, let's see here. National flag, royal standard, royal cipher, royal arms, Greek seal, national anthem, royal anthem, motto. Oh.
What's the United States motto?
In God we trust.
Oh. Fell away from that one, but you know.
Canada's motto is Amari Usque ad Mare, from sea to sea. Their national tree is the maple.
That makes sense.
And their national animal was originally the beaver.
Oh, it was? What did they change it to?
Well, they didn't change it, they added. They also added the Canadian horse.
The Canadian horse? Interesting.
That was added in 2002. They also have a national tartan.
A national what?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What the hell is I don't want to know I want to know what a tartan is. Thank you. Here we go. Tartan is a pattern consisting of crisscrossed horizontal and vertical bands in multiple colors.
Canadian
Tartans
horse.
originated in woven wool,
You mean
but
the
now
moose?
they are made in Asia. Oh, it's the pattern of kilts.
Who said it? Canadian horse? You mean the moose?
Moose. Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so essentially Canada has its own national kilt pattern.
I want our country to have a national kilt pattern. That sounds awesome.
Well, we can't. We're not part of the British collective. And hell, Britain isn't part of the EU, so Scotland's not in there anymore either.
Yeah. That was a little awkward
Half
of
Ireland's still stuck, but...
Yeah. Followed a streamer who lives in the UK, and he's like, we just left the EU. Boy, was that a mistake. Kind of kicking ourselves for that one. Tried to go to the front door and said, oh, we made a mistake. Can we come back? And they're like, no.
We just felt like we could do it on our own again, like in the old days. I mean, when you tried to conquer the entire world. Why did we...
I'm part Scottish on my mom's side, and the other day she finally found out
cool.
the tartan colors pattern her family was associated with.
Whoa, that's so cool. Congratulations. That's really cool.
Thanks for bringing back the...
Oh, thank the Lord. Thank you, Hippo. Honestly, I did not know how to get back up here, and I was very concerned we'd be lost for the rest of the night. Oh, look, the mystery pot. Yeah, we left it a mystery in the other volcano area, and we're not going to find out what it means.
No,
These guys remind me of the hippos from DK64.
I think a majority of my family is originated in Norway. So basically, we moved. Some of us moved around to Ireland and Scotland and stuff. So bit of everything.
I would not peg your family as Nords.
I mean,
What the-
I think I'm only like
long
too Scottish.
beards, the
I'm
bright
much
red
more
hair.
Irish, German, and Dutch.
Doesn't seem Nordic to you.
What does... run that by me again. Someone was telling me their heritage.
Ah, yes. I was just saying the bright red hair, the long beards, doesn't seem Nordic to you.
Oh, you got a point.
I mean, to be fair, it's sort of like Kevin. You know, while I might be mostly Norse, it's mixed with everywhere else the Vikings went.
Yeah. Wow, this is a lot of areas.
What do you know? The terrors of the sea.
We're Vikings, what do you know? Pillaging happily.
Pillaging happily.
Mhm.
I think you've only got one more area, and then you're done here.
Feels like I should be done here soon. I don't want to get teleported, I want to find it.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I mean, honestly, I could ask, well, unfortunately. So my mom's brother is a genealogist,
Ooh.
and he sent us, basically he made a book of our family's genealogy on his side. So
Whoa!
and
That's
all that.
cool.
And so, like, he traced us to, you know, basically where her family started in the Nordic regions, and then their trips from you know, Norway and all there to Scotland, and then
Well done,
to
Spyro.
Ireland, and
The power from your
then from there to the Americas, and so on and so forth.
Metro Speedway. We might learn where the humans come from. It's really cool, though. We have an old family Bible that we look at that some of my German ancestors brought with them and recorded stuff. That was on my mom's side. Vikowski family. Holy! I put my controller down to like. I put my controller down for a couple seconds to like. Oh jeez. Oh, this is a disaster. Okay. I put my controller down to like. Put my controller down to like. Fidget with my ring while the screen is loading and everything, and then. You know. All of a sudden, flying level. Go. And then killing pigeons.
Rats with wings.
Amen.
Which I realized isn't actually a comment on how pigeons look. It's a comment on the fact that they're very bad disease carriers.
Yeah. Birds are generally
Unless, of course,
just...
you know, you domesticate them. Like carrier pigeons.
Okay.
Carrier pigeons is another thing on my list of things humans invented where I'm like, how the hell did that thought process pan out? At what point did some guy go, alright, you know the fact that the whole thing where like we've got horses and all these other creatures to help us move our messages along?
Yeah.
Why don't we tie small messages to birds and train them to go where we want? How does that, like... It's another one of those things where I'm just... The leap in logic defies me.
If you really want one that's even more interesting, in my eyes, it's who was the first person to stand there one day, looked out into the fields, and saw a calf drinking its mother's milk, and looked at it and said, I wonder. Like, who invented milk? Who was the nut job that was like, yes, that would be perfect consumption for our human body?
I mean, there's a lot of things on my list of that fits that. I'm like, okay, let's consider you're one of the first humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've just figured out this thing with fire, and you're like, oh, cool, fire. Keeps me warm. Lights up the night. Only problem is, basically, you put anything in there, burns. Who the heck takes your rare resource of food in this position? And it's like, I'm going to put it over this thing that destroys everything it touches. The only logical explanation I've ever come up with for that is some poor guy got super hammered and accidentally kicked a chicken in there.
It's also the first person who, I mean, okay, to be fair, the first person who would swim probably was someone who just, it was a moment of like, I need to do this or I'm going to die. So, I mean, that's just...
Yeah, some bear's chasing you and you're like, damn, huge river, alright, I'm gonna dive into this thing and hope for the best.
Exactly.
But the other thing that's always concerned me is, who the heck thought of trying to ride a horse? Because I don't know if you've been close to a horse.
Oh, I have.
They are... Oh, yeah, they're freaking huge.
Huge. They're terrifying animals, because they're just gigantic.
I know,
yeah, and I'm
humans
going,
have
okay.
milk. It wouldn't be a stretch to see another baby mammal drinking from its mother's
looked out
food, and
into
the rest is
field one
history.
day, heard of these things.
Oh my word.
And was like, I'm gonna try and climb on one of those.
Okay, for horses it's an easy explanation. Somebody was drunk. Like someone was drunk.
This is what a lot of human invention comes down to. Some guy forgot, got drunk, or was just bored. That's all early human invention boils down to.
Yeah.
It's not like they were master thinkers. Like, hell, penicillin was because some guy left for a couple of days and forgot about his experiment.
Yeah. The guy who discovered, was it bacteria?
Horse, maybe.
I missed that comment.
Okay, yes, kidnapped a baby horse, maybe? But, I mean, who kidnaps a baby horse?
Someone who was really drunk one day. I mean, somebody got super hammered and then was like, dude, watch me ride this animal. Come on. Come on.
Thanks.
Sure, open this effort. I don't care what you say.
Is, like, since I work in a bakery, I'm like, okay, how did we come up with bread? Like, there's so much that goes into the process of just basic bread. Because you're like, okay, I have to take this, I'll wait till after the cutscene here.
Oh my word. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, we're helping these guys.
Okay, Spyro. Looks like we got us a bit of a situation here. The breeze builders have got us pinned down, and we've been waiting for a volunteer.
But no, it's like
to
you
blow
have
up
to
their
go,
munitions
okay,
building.
I'm going to take
Looks
this
like
seed from a plant and then grind it up into a powder and throw in some water and then put it close to a fire, but not in it.
Yeah.
And then wait a bit until it bakes. The only thing I can come up with that is like a lot of our cooking stuff had to have taken place over, you know, several decades. You know, some guy had to be like, what can you do with this seed? And he he like used wheat in a bunch of different ways. And like, okay, doesn't taste good roasted, doesn't work well. What if I grind it up into a powder and do something with that? I mean,
Yeah, I
know
mean,
that people are all like, humans are like one of the most intelligent creatures. I'm like, yeah, but
Do you think you can blast that?
half of our stuff seems to have just been happenstance. Some poor fool lucked out. That's all it really is.
yeah, exactly. Some fool lucked out, and the rest is history. I had Subway today. That includes bread. This stream is not sponsored by Subway. You don't have to go there if you don't want to.
Oh, there's something that confuses me. Salami. Honestly, cured meat at all is another one of those things where I'm like, how did we find out that salt was a preservative?
Someone had to try it at some point in time.
Like, just covering something in salt and seeing how long it lasted?
I mean, early chemists didn't have a lot to do.
You mean alchemists?
Alchemists. Philosophers, if it's Greek.
I still love people. I don't know what it is, but people are going back through and like testing out alchemical formulae. Like the old, like literally the old alchemist stuff.
Yeah.
And some of this stuff is absolutely fascinating. One person tested out, this alchemist had a recipe to make a golden tree, right?
Of course, that's what they were obsessed with.
Yeah. And the guy's like, oh, what the hell is this going to end up doing? Well, apparently, the alchemist had found a way of, essentially, manipulating the gold to basically like branch out like a like a tree in a small jar.
I don't know.
So that
Salt
it would
stops plants from growing. Maybe someone thought it would stop me
Okay, that
from
makes
going
sense.
bad.
What
Yeah,
on
let me
earth
see
am I
if I can
hitting?
find the exact-
What on earth is this? I'm so confused. I am.
So you can go talk to she'll tell you her name when you get over there. The person with the orbs over her head.
They keep running away. Can you...
Oh, I get it. Where's the pen? Oh, there's the pen.
Sorry, Josh, resume your alchemy.
Yes, indeed. Nate's been watching Full Metal Alchemist. Or Alchemical Brotherhood, whichever one you prefer.
Alright, let's see.
So how's everyone doing today? Anyone got any good Christmas plans or?
Okay, here we go. Yeah. So what happened was, a guy followed the recipe to create what was called philosophical mercury. and so he had to grind up mercury and do the whole process. It took him about 3 months, right? And then he stored it in
from yonder window
and then he put it in a
that window
quote
up
seed
there,
of gold.
dummy. The professor said he was working on a way to help me get back with Juliet, but I haven't seen him in a long time.
Let it sit for, I think it was like 3 months? 3 weeks. Because in the flask was a beautiful tree-like structure of mercury and gold. It surprised the heck out of me, he says. I didn't expect anything quite like that. And there's a picture. Post that. See if I can. Image, new tab. Here we go. I'll post that in chat.
URL.
Spyro, my
But yeah,
boy.
so the
I've
guy
got a magic
made
bean,
this
seed for you.
tree out of mercury and gold, and I'm really curious on if anyone else is attempting to copy the old alchemist's experiments. It's honestly a little bit fascinating to me.
Yeah. It would be really cool to see. Gotta plant seeds everywhere to get to Juliet for some worm boy named Private Romeo. I don't know what's going on anymore.
What's going on is they got the wrong voice for Juliet in this.
Also, try looking up how phosphorus was originally discovered.
Ooh, that's a good question. You know, in the original game, Juliet was voiced by a dude. It was very funny. Romeo, wherefore art my Romeo? Oh, there he is.
And he's a weird worm glob thing.
Love knows no bounds. Especially if you're trying to make a sequel.
Did I just straight up plant that seed in the wrong place?
Basically,
Misplaced your
An
seeds,
alchemist
have you?
tried to
I can
create
make-
gold from urine by breeding
Here you go.
worms. At least that's what I remember reading in middle school.
What? What? That one's tall.
So, Kevin's attempting to find out how phosphorus was
Here you
originally
go.
discovered. And what he remembers reading in middle school was that an alchemist tried to create gold from urine by breeding worms.
No,
Miss. Here you
So the trick with the seeds is that you can, if you flame it, you can like take it down yourself, so you don't always have to go back to the professor.
Oh.
And you can't hop onto it, like you can't be on top of it when you plant it. You have to be able to jump to it. It takes the same thing.
Got it. Give it to me. Okay. I don't know, you know? Planting seeds everywhere, there are worm generals and everything else. Bring the seed.
Here you
There.
Spyro in
Oh.
Wonderland, really?
thought I was gonna be clever, and now the chat's gonna yell at me because I'm a noob. Oh no. Oh, dearest me.
Oh no, what we gonna do? The guy who's playing this game is a noob.
Oh no, what we gonna do? The guy playing this stream is a big noob. Oh no, what we gonna do? I gotta get out of here. Dun dun dun. We can fill his ears with cheese balls and his nostrils are so bare. That's all I remember about that.
Let's see. We could throw him in the dungeon. We could let him
Rot in jail. Ba-dum bum bum.
This streamer is such a noob.
We could throw him in the
Thank you.
ocean. We could let him, I think, just drift away.
Get got scrub.
Get good scrub.
Let's see.
It's pretty good.
Throw him in the dungeon. Drag him to the ocean. Have him eaten by a whale. We can throw him in the tigers and let him float a while. Then we'll sit back and watch him meet a hungry crocodile. We can put him on a camel's back and send him off to Ur with a cowboy hat without a rim, a boot without a spur. Or we could give him jelly donuts, take them all away. Or we could fill his ear with cheebles and his nostrils with sorbet. Or we could use him as a footstool or a table to play Scrabble on. Then tie him up and beat him up and throw him out of Babylon.
Bam 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 bam. No! What did I do? No! Get back in there, Seed. You will be planted as a platform and you will like it. I will finish this level, beat the boss. Make it another long episode for for this time. I love when Spyro like starts to fall down after slamming his head. His face just freaks out. He's just like, ah! It's like, oh yeah, I can fly.
So I watched someone's review of the Jonah movie. That was interesting.
Like a movie critic? Not like a movie critic. You know what I mean? Like a YouTuber movie critic?
Yeah, a YouTube movie critic.
Interesting.
I think he had one good point, but oddly enough, his review had the same problem that he blamed the movie for.
Go on.
Over the head with the message.
What?
He has a point. Like, well, no, think about it. So the whole message of the VeggieTales Jonah movie is compassion and kindness and compassion, right?
Yeah.
First song in that movie is basically about that. Heaven loves a heart that cares. That is why I came to share the message of the Lord. Right?
Yeah.
Khalil is basically a representation of just kindness in general. You know, he's always kind. He's always someone who tries to help out. Might not work out, but he tries to be kind.
Yeah.
Which is good. Khalil is problematic in other ways, but I think that he's less. I think that given like given the setting of the movie, he's a little less problematic, but it's also a little bit awkward. You know, having him being Khalil. And of course, let's see, so then there's that, and then there's, you keep cutting back to the pirates, and they're, like, telling the story and all that. And then you've got the song in The Whale. He's the Lord, he's the God of second chances. That whole thing.
Yeah.
Which is, again, kindness and compassion. And then you've got the whole thing in Nineveh, kindness and compassion. And then you've got the ending song of the movie with, I don't remember what the name of that song was. But, you know, the one where it's the pirates and Twippo singing about the movie you just watched.
Yeah.
And he's basically like, it ends up becoming very repetitive in the film, that the movie constantly reminds you, this is what the story's about, this is what the story's about, this is what the story's about. And I'm like, okay, fair point. You know, as an adult watching that film, I can get that could be annoying.
Romeo,
but the problem was,
Romeo?
he kept bringing that
There's
point
Romeo.
up.
You can have this. I don't need it anymore.
And I was like, wait a minute. I get it. You're annoyed that they keep bringing up this thing of the movie. But, I mean, is that all you really had a problem with the film? It wasn't. Like, he was like, I mean, this is another issue I had with his review, is he was like, and the CGI just doesn't look as good as other films at the time. I'm like, or even films from previously, and he compares it to Toy Story. I'm like, okay. And I had watched some of his other stuff, and I was like, but I also know that you usually do a lot more research than you seem to have done with this film, and you should know that they were working, if I remember correctly, they were working on a much smaller budget than Toy Story was.
Romeo. If he wasn't so
Like, they actually went bankrupt over that film.
How I've missed my Romeo. If he wasn't so short, we'd get married.
Oh, shit.
If he wasn't so short, we'd get married. Honey, he's a head shorter than you. And you're all legs. What do you mean if he was tall?
Poor Romeo, he's getting all ready for the honeymoon in Idle Springs. Like, I'm guessing he's already got the reservations and everything.
You know, I don't like Avalon.
What, not even for the hockey-playing Tibetan monks?
Okay, they're fine. Look, they're fine.
I think what you mean is you don't like the autumn plains of Avalon.
Well, I don't know. It's weird. What did someone in chat say? Someone in chat said something, and I missed it.
I haven't seen anything. It's still just get good scrub.
Oh. Wait. Hold up. Ow.
Kevin posted something in Discord.
Yeah. You mean to tell me that everything that I just did was side quests?
Yes. Wow, the neighbor's dogs are scared about something.
The what?
My neighbor's dogs are baying at the moon, but not in the whole, you know, cool the moon, this is awesome. It's more of a something's out here and I'm not too sure if I'm comfortable with it.
The kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wow, what an explosion! It sure is a good thing I had my helmet on.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Which usually means there's probably a deer outside.
Talisman to you if you got through the...
What? To quote a certain sponge, I am so confused. Ow! I'm out of here. Peace. What? Are...
Yes, you are correct. Your talisman from that level is a bomb.
Well done, Spyro. Now that you have all 14 talismans, your guidebook can break the lock on the door, and you can fight Gulp. You'll have to jump down the hole in the floor to get to where Ripto and Gulp are waiting. I can help you out a little bit. I tamed some pterodactyls from Skelos Badlands. They'll be dropping in objects that you can use to fight Gulp.
I've been taming pterodactyls this whole time! Yeehaw!
Gulp, we finally made Avalar ours. You've earned a special reward. Gulp, what is it, boy?
Yeah.
Oh, the fairy. Here you go.
Just torch him. There you go.
Oh! You singed my cape! Dragon, you are really starting to get on my nerves! Say goodbye, flame breath! Gulp! Lunchtime!
Oh, it's a Blastoise. A shiny Blastoise. I got a Master Ball with his name on it.
Let's see. Shiny
Gulp,
Blastoise.
finish him off and you can have all the berries you can eat.
Nope, shiny Blastoise are purple. Not green.
What? Excuse-moi?
I mean, a shiny Sandslash is red. That's never made sense to me. I think you only had one. You didn't have any sparks left. Gulp is Dark Souls level boss.
Ah!
Not like, you know, Pontiff Sullivan Dark Souls.
Yeah.
More like your first time fighting the Gaping Maw Dragon.
Oh, okay.
You'll probably get him eventually, but he will take a couple of tries.
Oh.
It's a bomb with a wick. Light it on fire.
I just did. I died. Tried to get a chicken. Killed me twice. The blast hit me twice, which I'm not going to go over how.
Yeah, like that. Like I said, early Dark Souls level type boss. Of course, now that I say that, I want to make Spyro in Dark Souls.
Oh my word.
Becoming part dragon, pyromancer.
So. Oh, you have to make him look like Spyro, though.
Well, can you make your dragon's color?
No, but you can make you look like Spyro.
That's true. Purple, gold hair.
What are these? Oh. Well, that's so much simpler. Why was that not the first one? Okay. Interesting.
And now that you've had one of each, time for the randomness to begin.
Interesting. Oh. Just pick it up, come on. Interesting how the blobs go to where you're not.
You mean the eggs?
Yeah. Ooh, that actually hit me and did damage to me. Yikes. Oh, he's using them now. Oh. Oh. This is taking away all my focus. It's interesting that the orbs are pointed where you're going, not like, you know, where I'm at. So you could technically just sit here and run in circles. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Very interesting. No. Stupid head. Take that. Interesting. Yeah, just... Ow. Circle around a couple times, you should be fine. Huh. Did that damage him? That did. Okay. Oh, fudge. No, no, no. Give me health. Give me health. Raptors, I need help. Pterodactyls, whatever. Oh! Excusez-moi. Health, health. Yes. Hallelujah. What is that? Oh, come on. What? No! You've got to be kidding me! Oh! What? No. Oh, my word.
I told you.
Oh. He's got so much health. Just like the Gaping Dragon. Yeah. So much health. And those hurt me. Alright. Good to know. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Ha ha ha. Come on, chicken. No.
I 100% completed this game.
Yeah.
And to do so requires you to beat this boss without taking any damage.
What?
Yeah. So you are in a far better position than I was.
I can only imagine. So, like, there's only 3 areas, despite what the season, like, the seasonal stuff has been telling me. Oh, one time I did not want a chicken.
Yes. Summer, fall, and winter.
Interesting to know that when he spews out the rockets, you can cause them to hit him. Fire the rocket. Or just jump. Be a jerk about it, why don't you? Hi. No. Oh, almost had it. Come on, what is it? Yes! No! Sorry that I am not talking or commenting or anything like that. Gaping Dragon over here needs to short circuit. Thank you for the health. Thank you for the health. Oh. Oh, I knew I was getting hit by that. No. No. No, no. No! Yes! Chicken! No! Watch, watch. No, 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 no! No! You gotta be kidding me! Oh! Boo! Boom. No, that hurts me too! What? This is a very difficult boss.
Makes you feel any better. He's technically more difficult than the final boss.
I would imagine so. I mean, these are like... And like, I don't mean to say this. Like... I don't say this lightly. He's very much like a Dark Souls boss. Like where the challenge comes from. Because he's got a lot of health. It's like, okay, that's whatever. You know, everyone can do that. But his shots, like, break what most people would imagine a video game logic to have. Because for him, the orbs fire where you're going. And if you continue, like, dodging the direction you were, you get hit by them, just like that. And if he's doing his charge thing, then you need to dodge into him and, like, run underneath him. Because if you try to run away from him, he's going to catch up, and then he's going to body slam on top of you. And then there's how, you know, your projectiles also hurt, you know, the projectiles that hurt him also hurt you, so you need to be careful about when and where you plan stuff. He can eat whatever you're trying to use to kill him. Like, it's a very well done boss without being like, everything beats you in one hit. And he can, you know, he sucks up the bomb, and then he farts fire. I don't know how that hit me, but, you know, nothing's perfect. Or how you can use these against him by having them run into him. Resets the arena every single time you're done with something. It's very, very well done. Very frustrating.
Yes.
You see, like that.
This is the one time I felt that using a Dark Souls comparison was not going to be hyperbole.
No, it's not. It's a very, very Souls-esque boss, where they use the game mechanics to make things challenging instead of hits really hard. Should be that. He can crush the eggs. Okay, I don't necessarily need to run there. Very, very clever boss. Maybe one day they'll see the, chat will see the 75 phases of Logan. But today is not that day. So, there's this Bloodborne boss. His name is Ludwig. I keep saying Logarius, but it's Ludwig. Ludwig was a boss that I fought 75 times. I fought this boss.
Spyro, you did it!
Whoa! Laura, where'd you come from?
I was just outside the castle in Autumn Plains. The castle is now free again. There's no sign of Ripto. And since you've been around, the creatures of Avalar are finally starting to get along. Since you've done so much for Avalar, and since I know you've really missed being on vacation, we really wanted to do something nice for you. It's not much, but we hope you like it.
Oh, wow, this is great.
Is that from the Fawns?
No. I'd like to, but I've got to go check on the professor
The
in the
Satyrs?
Winter Tundra.
It's the same model.
He's still trying to fix the super portal so we can send you home.
Oh, that sounds interesting. I think I'll just hang out here for a while and soak up a few rays. Uh-huh. Hey, where'd Laura go? I better follow her.
What? Why? I was very confused by that, most of that interaction, but that's fine.
I think I've finally come up with a way to access the Dragon Worlds from the Super Portal. This power crystal should give us the extra boost that we need. Just a few more calculations to set it up.
Tell us more about Ludwig.
Right. So Ludwig was a boss. Holy Blade of Ludwig. It's this giant horse monster that eventually goes into second phase with a blade.
So, You thought you had gotten rid of me. Well, I'm afraid not. I persuaded that fat
Fought him
bear
75 times,
Moneybags
and there
to
were
sell me a
phases of
few
rage.
bombs.
Quick, the power crystal!
Don't even try it, book boy, or you'll be the world's smartest pile of ashes.
He doesn't have a fuse.
This is just what I need for a new scepter.
Hunter, do something, quick!
Hey! Give that back!
What?
Well, I tried.
What?
You little fools! After I destroy you all with my new scepter, I'm going to rename this place Riptonia!
Man, those flags are just on like auto. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm. That's how you know the land's magical. You can tell when it's been taken over.
Yeah.
Spyro, Ripto's still
Like, oh,
alive.
all right.
And he's
New
locked
leader.
us out of the castle.
Praise the tyrannical
Even worse,
overlord.
Yeah,
he stole our
exactly.
new power crystal.
They're like, same crap every week. Alrighty. I think looking at this nice, pristine winter wonderland, we can all agree that this is where the stream must end. I will not be streaming next week. I will not be streaming on Christmas. But I will probably return. On... Ooh.
Day after Christmas. New Year.
Do we do a New Year's stream?
I might be in Iowa, but we shall see.
Oh. Maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. Well, no, because that's not... Because that's New Year's Day, not New Year's Eve. So we still could do something, probably.
Yeah, but I'll still... We usually spend, like, the first day or two of New Year's in Iowa if we go there.
Okay. Then, I guess this is farewell, happy holidays, and farewell, I'll be the saying goodbye, something. Oh, very nice. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I need Christmas
I can be replaced.
What? You can never be replaced. The substitute...
Well, thank you for joining.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying thank you for joining the stream.
Oh, yes, indeed. Thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoyed everything. Now, goodbye. Smell the winter roses. Have a Merry Christmas. Eat food. Ho, ho, ho. Santa Claus. All that good stuff.